Here are the famous quotes of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Happiness lies not in the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough. For those who have too little, we can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds. The virtues are lost in self-interest as rivers are lost in the sea. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. The only sure bulwark of continuing liberty is a government strong enough to protect the interests of the people, and a people strong enough and well enough informed to maintain its sovereign control over the government. We are all in this together, and we are going to solve our problems together. The liberty of a democracy is not safe if the people tolerate the growth of private power to a point where it becomes stronger than their democratic state itself. There is nothing to fear but fear itself and, possibly, the bogeyman. I hope that you will live and watch the good things that are happening in this country and make them part of your lives. Remember always that all of us, and you, and I especially, are descended from immigrants and revolutionists. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. The forces of organized money are unanimous in their hate for me, and I welcome their hatred. When you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. The value of love will always be stronger than the value of hate. Any nation or group of nations which employs hatred eventually is torn to pieces by hatred. We cannot be content, no matter how high that general standard of living may be as some fraction of our people, whether it be 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/10, is ill-fed, ill-clothed, ill-housed, and insecure. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. I never forget that I live in a house owned by all the American people. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. I never forget that I live in a house owned by all the American people. Be sincere, be brief, be seated, more than an end to war. We want an end to the beginning of all wars. In our seeking for economic and political progress, we all go up, or else we all go down. I do not believe that any man can adequately appreciate the world of today unless he has some knowledge of history. I have seen war. I have seen war on land and sea. I have seen blood running from the wounded. I have seen the dead in the mud. I have seen cities destroyed. I have seen children starving. I have seen the agony of mothers and wives. The most enduring traditions of the season are best enjoyed in the warm embrace of kith and kin. The destiny of civilization itself depends on the outcome of this war. Those who have long enjoyed such privileges as we enjoy forget in time that men have died to win them. I am neither bitter nor cynical, but I do wish there was less immaturity in political thinking. I ask you to judge me by the enemies I have made. No government can help the destinies of people who insist in putting us, sectional and class consciousness, ahead of general well. The school is the last expenditure upon which America should be willing to economize, do something. If it works, do more of it. If it doesn't, do something else. We do our best that we know how at the moment. And if it doesn't turn out, we modify it. The point in history at which we stand is full of promise and danger. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. The structure of world peace cannot be the work of one man or one party or one nation. It must be a peace which rests on the cooperative effort of the whole world. The administration of government, like a guardianship, ought to be directed to the good of those who confer, not of those who receive the trust. The overwhelming majority of my people are poor peasants. The means they possess to improve their lot are education, prevention, work, and social justice. We must remember that any oppression, any injustice, any hatred is a wedge designed to attack our civilization. There is a mysterious cycle in human events. To some generations much is given, of other generations much is expected. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. I am not for a return to that definition of liberty under which for many years a free people were gradually regimented into the service of the privileged few. There is nothing so American as our national parks. The fundamental idea behind the parks is that the country belongs to the people. The world is too small for us, too many people in too small a space make for trouble. Freedom of conscience, of education, of speech, of assembly are among the very fundamentals of democracy, and all of them would be nullified should freedom of the press ever be successfully challenged. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos.